Alright guys, welcome to MMA on Wheels, and we are actually on wheels today. So, what a card guys, I loved it. A lot of people complained about it and said that it's not up to the standards of the UFC, but guys, it was amazing, I loved it. Let's go on and discuss some of the fights. I'm not going to discuss all of the fights, I'm just going to go without a script. First fight, Quinlan versus Anshu. I told you guys. I fucking told you. 19 seconds KO, and it wasn't, in my opinion, this knockout wasn't an early stoppage. In my opinion, yes, he wasn't out, but come on, guys. 2-3 punches more, and he would have been out. So it was a good stoppage. Young guy, early in his career. Good job to the referee, giving him the option to receive less damage than he would have if, for example, Mario Yamazaki was the referee. Moving on, guys. Rongju and Cody Steele. I loved this fight. It was amazing. I told you guys, I had the feeling that this was a fight that Cody was supposed to win, just based on the matchmaking and so on. But my heart always said Rongju, and he fucking delivered, guys. Amazing performance, boxing masterclass. Cody Steele really has the heart of a lion. Those two guys, they're really young. Rongju is like 24, 25. Yes, he has a lot of fights. Like what, 20? He has 26 wins now, 6 losses, something like this, and maybe one no contest or draw. I'm not really sure. So really over 30 fights. Then we have Cody with his 8 fights now. I think those lads are going to be in the top 15 in the next, maybe in 2-3 years. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys. A lot of young talents coming and showing us that they actually can stand and bang, and they've got the heart. The people loved it. I loved it. It's amazing. And if you heard the commentators, Li Jingliang was actually commentating for the Chinese audience, and he was really happy. Moving on, guys, we have Kobe Tiknis and the young Tupuria brother Alexandre. Amazing fight. It went to the correct person, to the right person. It was a good decision win. I didn't believe that he's going to win because of the fighters he fought before. But guys, it was a really good fight, and he does resemble Conor McGregor a little bit with the back tattoo, the beard, and the haircut, and of course the complexion, to be honest. He's not as dark as his brother. So yeah, both of the Tupuria brothers kinda, not gonna say imitate, but maybe they took inspiration from Conor McGregor. So it's going to be exciting. I believe that Ilia Topuria is going to move up soon, maybe in his next fight, to fight Islam Makhachev, which is going to be amazing. Unless Makhachev moves up, then in that case Ilia Topuria is going to fight someone for the interim belt. And I can see him fighting Charos. It's actually a really good fight. And Alexander Topuria, he needs to be a bit more snappy in his punches. He needs to be a little bit more aggressive, just like his brother. But he's young, he's 28, he has a lot of time to develop, guys. And I love the interactions between the two fighters. I love the interactions between Ilia Topuria and Volkanovski. Amazing sportsmanship, really good. Then we move on. I didn't watch the first fight of the main card. I just fell asleep. It is what it is. It was 5 a.m. here. But I managed to wake up for the second round of the Jimmy Crute and Bellato fight. I can't really judge based on the 2 rounds. It was an equal fight. And I'm not really sure about the first round, how it went. I heard that it was a 10-8. So, what can I say, guys? A draw. It's alright. It's not a loss, it's not a win. You went out there, You had a really good performance. Your opponent had a good performance as well. You're going to learn a lot from this fight, and you didn't get knocked out. You didn't get submitted. Maybe you're going to have a rematch with this exact same opponent on the next event, which is amazing because you already trained for this fighter. So you can go maybe in 1 or 2 months and fight again. So it's not bad. Jimmy Crute returning after 2 years off, or 1 year off, something like this. He last fought in 2023. He was on a 3-fight losing streak. I'm happy for the lad. He has a lot of potential, guys. He has a lot of potential. And Bellator has a lot of potential as well. So those two guys, give them like 2-3 years and they will be really, really interesting. Moving on. Woo! Heavyweights, guys. The heavyweights. Justin Tafa and Talisson Teixeira. What did I tell you guys? It's gonna be a knockout. He didn't even need to keep the distance, guys. He just went in and destroyed him. Like, he didn't really destroy him, but that elbow and then the following knee, come on. It was a correct decision to stop this fight. Just like in the first fight, 2-3 punches more would have been too damaging for Justin Tafa. So it was a good decision to stop it. And Talisson, I told you guys, he is the UFC's version of Renan Problema Ferreira. And he might actually be a bit better. He has the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he's really good. I don't know if you guys noticed his handle on Instagram, but it's his nickname and then followed by BJJ. So BJJ, guys, is a part of this guy's life. I watched a couple of his videos on YouTube, and he's actually really good in BJJ as well. But he doesn't really need it. He's a huge 6'7" lad, and he can knock you out. He can kick you in the head. He can knee you in the solar plexus. He can knock you out whichever way he sees fit. One of the funniest things, though, he is 6'7" and has an 83-inch reach, and John Jones has an 84 inches reach. So, guys, John Jones still has a longer reach, even though this fighter is so much taller than him. I believe Stefan Struve had 84 inches, just like John Jones. But guys, this is crazy. This lad, if he has the chin, he can hang in there with guys like Aspinall, Volkov, but not now. Not right now, guys. Maybe in like 1 year. Give him 2-3 more fights this year, because he didn't take any damage. He can fight next month. He can fight next week if he wishes. Let him fight, guys. And yeah, amazing fighter. Then we move on to the ladies. And I'm extremely happy, guys. I'm extremely happy because, as I told you, I just can't like the female Khabib. I'm sorry, Tatiana. I just don't like you. And maybe it was because she's always injured and takes so much time in between fights. Maybe this is the reason. First 5-rounder as well. Maybe this is the reason why she couldn't keep up with the wrestling in the later rounds. First round was really good for Tatiana Suarez. She managed to take Weili Zhang down. What I didn't like, though, is that she didn't stay active. She was just trying to control her. Meanwhile, Weili was punching her from the back, trying to elbow her, moving around, being difficult to control. Really good gameplay from Weili Zhang. Then she took over, switched positions, and she was landing punches and so on. And what followed, guys, it was a masterclass, to be honest. And in my opinion, right now, Weili Zhang just needs to move up, go up and fight Valentina. Who else is she going to fight, guys? Who else is she going to fight? If you watch women fights, women MMA, you see something that's really annoying to me. And it's that they throw punches just in the air. They have like almost 2 feet between each other, and they're throwing punches. Why? You're wasting energy, you're wasting time. You could do something else, you can go in, you can try to trick your opponent, but if you're so far away and you're throwing punches, I don't care if I'm your opponent. You can throw them. They're not going to reach me. And this is what Tatiana Suarez did. Meanwhile, Weili Zhang blitzing her, having those tricks up her sleeve, taking her down, defending 14 out of the 15 takedown attempts. Both of them tried some submissions, didn't work out. But guys, Weili Zhang is amazing. If Weili Zhang leaves, Tatiana can become a champion. But she needs to work on the cardio, on the striking, and on the aggressive grappling. Because she can't always depend on being the one in control and having the control time, guys. If you're not trying to finish your opponent with punches and submissions and so on, what the hell are you doing? Don't lie on the person. Don't just fucking lie on them. Fight them. Beat them up. Bloody them. Anyways, guys, congrats to Weili Zhang keeping her title. And I know, guys, I said that if Weili Zhang wins, Sean Strickland is going to win. This didn't happen. Sean Strickland just didn't, but I don't know. Maybe he didn't have any batteries, guys. Not really sure what happened. But Sean Strickland didn't deliver at all. He had his moments, a couple of moments. And he had his chances, guys. But it felt like something is stopping him. Like he knew that he's going to lose or something like this. But he already had lost mentally, and that sucks. Meanwhile, Dricus Du Plessis, amazing performance, guys. Those high kicks, not only the high kicks, the left kicks in general, amazing. If you notice, guys, in the first round, it was like half of the round had already passed, and Sean Strickland's right side of the body was already red, guys. Crazy, the power of Dricus. Maybe he's going to become the middleweight GOAT, guys. I won't be surprised. He has beaten so many legends. Whittaker knocked him out, submitted Adesanya, and defeated Sean Strickland twice. And Sean Strickland is really, really hard to defeat in the striking, guys. Think about it. Adesanya couldn't defeat Sean Strickland, couldn't figure him out. Paulo Costa couldn't. I mean, Paulo Costa has fallen off, but guys, Paulo Costa used to be amazing. But Dricus, he only needed one fight, 1 year in between the fights. He improved a lot, found a way to dominate Sean Strickland. Amazing performance. He broke his nose, it was funny. Sean Strickland was pushing it in the way it was broken. Then he managed in between the rounds to fix the nose. Then he broke it again. But how tough is Sean Strickland, guys? Really, really tough guy. And his humble in defeat, which is amazing. He congratulated DDP. He was happy about him. You could tell that he's hurting, that he didn't deliver. But guys, Sean Strickland loves to fight. I know he says to the death, and then he just tips and tip kicks and straight punches and so on. Guys, he's out there and he's fighting the top of the middleweight division. And he's doing everything he can. That's his style, guys. He's not a power puncher. He's a volume puncher. And he just uses his defensive tactics, which have worked amazing till now. So the question here, guys, is what's next for those two guys? Sean Strickland, in my opinion, he has 2 options, maybe 3 actually. First option is going to be a rematch with Adesanya. Second option is going to be a rematch with Imavov. And the third option, which I like the most, is actually fighting Robert Whittaker. Strickland versus Whittaker, guys, is going to be really, really interesting. Can Whittaker figure out Strickland? And in my opinion, Strickland is actually... I always thought that Strickland is a bit smaller than DDP, but if you look at them, muscle-wise, they are the same. They have the same muscle size, muscle mass, guys. It's just that Dricus has the Ninja Turtle back, and then Strickland is a bit more shoulders and arms heavy. But otherwise, they are the same weight, guys. They are quite big, although they are shorter than Adesanya and Hamzat and Imavov and so on. They are actually quite big for middleweight. So yeah, can Robert Whittaker deal with Strickland? I'm not really sure, guys. I believe that Strickland wins this fight. So this is one potential fight for him. Dricus Du Plessis, please fight Hamzat and please beat up Hamzat. I believe that Dricus can beat up Hamzat. I trust Dricus. And moving up to light heavyweight. If Dricus moves up to light heavyweight to fight Shama, ooh, that's gonna be a tough fight, guys. In my opinion, he might actually have a chance. He might actually find a way to figure out Poatan. And he might have the chin. So, guys, amazing event. I thought it's going to be a bit earlier during the day because it's in Australia and they have Australian people, South African people fighting, Chinese people fighting. It wasn't. It was really, really late in the evening for us here in Europe, but doesn't matter, guys. I loved it. Of all the fights I watched, I loved them. They weren't in any means boring, or the decisions were also good. So, guys, it was an amazing event. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your grandmas, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.